Hey yo, listen, right? So, hey yo, the first thing I'm gonna say is, yo, listen, it's Martin Luther King Day. I don't know if it's his birthday or this is the day that they decided to celebrate Martin Luther King, but today is that day. So, yo, listen, right? Hey yo, I don't want to come off like on some bullshit because I'm on some bullshit today. I'm not even going to hold yo. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. Please don't mistake my melancholy mood as the weed. I'm telling you, don't mistake my melancholy mood for like I'm not on no bull. I'm on some grade A bullshit. Let me just tell y'all that. Like, wait. So let me say this, right? So Drewski does the skit this week, right? And automatically, you already know he put the black church up in yo. Listen, yo, I know every nana in the world got hold a Drewski number and let him have it. Yo, Drewski heard it from every nana in the world. They let that nigga Drewski have it. I'm telling you, yo, if you know black nanas, it's like this, right? Yo, this is how this goes. Like if you're in the black house, right? Is Nana, is Jesus, is Nana, it's your mom's, and then everybody else is just regular people. You need to understand that, like, right? So, like in a black household, like how that goes is like this. It's like, yo, it's Jesus, then it's Nana, and then it's your moms, and then everybody else is regular people. That is the fucking Trinity in the black household. Like that is it, right? So for right, so for him to get up there, right, and do that skit, I'm not gonna lie, like he took it to a place where it was like, you know what? I got to thinking, like, yo, why is Jesus at the top of the hierarchy in the black household, right? So I'm like, damn, right, and you know, they go, yo, that's how they got slaves to be obedient. It's a mind thing. And that's a fact though, like, right? So, you thought I was gonna go against that. No. Yo, listen, that's so much of a fact that I said, yo, let me go do the research. So upon my research, right? So like my research doesn't entail like, yo, let me go to chat GPT. Like, right? I know that's what you be thinking, like, yo, you just be like, yo, no, that's not where this comes from, right? I fucking encourage reading like 10th power. Like, yo, go read, sit down and read. Read. If anybody takes anything away from Marty Graham's message is always, yo, listen, make sure y'all read, pick up books and read. That is always going to be my number one message, right? So I say all that to say this. Upon my research, I go through my books that I've read in prison, right? So I'm going through my notes, right? Because I'll get to that in a second, right? So I come across this book, The Invention of a Negro. Now, how I got this book was shout out to my son Mega, Marquise Legree on Facebook. You can follow him. Like, know what I'm saying? He's still my friend now. I'm gonna tag him in the post. Like, boom, he had the book. He like, yo, boy, you read this? I'm like, what's this? It's just a tan book. There's no cover on it. It say the name, what it is. Adventure of a Negro. He like, yo, read it. So boom, I take the shit back to my queue. Boom, I read it. I'm like, yo, let me hold this shit for a couple more. Know what I mean? Because I take the books and I'll write them. I'll rewrite them shits word for fucking word. Cause I know that, yo, if me and when I'm in prison, it's like, yo, you liable to go on a draft and I might not be able to get this book. I want to study this book. Like, this is a book that I need to read intently with my own time and give it my own thoughts. So now I get to the book that got me into where I'm going today. It's called The Invention of a Negro. Going through my notes and I found the book. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I remember this book. I just remembered that I remembered the story of how I got the book and all that. Right. So I'm like, boom. And we get to the beginning of where I'm going today. So now listen, and I'm gonna say this, right? Let me say this. You can do what you want. You know the Grammy is always gonna tell you to do as you please. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna present the facts from this book, right? I have thoughts inserted. So I got my notes. Like I got notes today. Like right. So I got thoughts inserted. So like stuff that I insert, like right from time frames, like a different reference points of things. And at the end, I come to my own conclusion. And what my conclusion is going to be is we're gonna get to that in a second. You're gonna understand why I said that in the black house the hierarchy is Jesus, right? Is Jesus, is Nana, then it's your mother, then fucking everybody else is John Legend. Like, do you get that? Like, ordinary fucking people. Like, that is it. Like, right? So, boom. So boom in the book, right? So these are another important things to understand, right? Earl Conrad is a cracker. Like listen, yo, listen, right? So listen, so you gotta understand. Like when I read that, I didn't know. When I read the book, I didn't know what he was. So it was unbiasedly read. Like I read it, took the notes, and wrote it down. Like I didn't know what he was. I didn't learn he was a cracker till yesterday. Like right, so like I just thought that that was important to understand for you so you can understand it now. This ain't even like my just biased shit. This is like fucking from a fucking Caucasian man in 1967 when the book was published, right? So he goes on to start the book off with two quotes, right? The first quote is, I'm bugging, my fault. He starts the book off with two statements, right? So the first statement is his, and the second statement is a quote, which is from James Baldwin, right? So the first statement is the answer to how the Negro status has become does not lie essentially in the world of the Negro, but in the world of the white institutions, white history. Now, I don't know if I told y'all the name of this book is The Invention of a Negro. So, like, you got to understand that. Like, that's mad important. Like, I don't know if I said that already. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you the bug got me, I be high. So, right. But the one of the main things to understand about that is that this book was published in the 60s, like in the heart of the civil rights movement. So the Negroes that he talking about are not the niggas of today. Like you got listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Understand. The Negroes that he talking about, right, are the church going civil rights movement non-violent protesters or the revolutionary Black Panthers who fed the community and went against police oppressing their people. Like we got to understand that these are the people that were deemed troublemakers. They deemed them troublemakers. Like these are the people. So when he says like the white institutions, right, and white history, the institutions deemed that these people at this time, the Negro that he's talking about, the Negro that's fighting for civil rights and equality, right? These are the Negroes that he felt so much to be like, yo, you know, I gotta write about this because this is crazy. Like, right? And not only that, not only did he deem it like, worthy enough to write about, like this was like the topic of discussion, like what they were doing, they were troublemakers. So, right? So I say all that to say this, right? That like, yo, white people are being 100 disingenuous when they get on the internet and they scream they got black fatigue from the niggas of today. Because you have to remember that the white people of then had black fatigue for the black people just saying, yo, we just want to be treated regular. We gonna go to school regular. We want regular, good, clean fountains. Like we want like pay taxes and let our taxes give us stuff that our tax money pays for. And they were troublemakers, put them in jail. Martin Luther King was in jail. Like you gotta under Martin Luther King was in jail. Like fucking like, do you got I'm trying to remember this lame name. I didn't even write him in my notes because I didn't even want to go over here. J. Edgar Hoover fucking hated Martin Luther King. Like never forget that. Like they were troublemakers. So black fatigue today is a farce, right? Like it's a farce. Like it's not. It's a fucking. It gotta be like a comedic sketch when white people get on the internet. Like, yeah, you know what? Because niggas is acting like that. That's why we don't like niggas. It's like, what are you talking? You didn't like niggas ever. Like, what are you talking about? Like, period. Like, what do you mean? Like, shut up. Like, that's it. Just go with your shit. Like, we just don't like niggas. Like, how about that? We niggas will respect you more. Like, oh, all right, cool. We don't give a fuck. Like honestly. Like, yo, listen, like I did a consensus, like the old niggas, like niggas was like, yo, I was like, do you care that racist white people don't like you? No, we don't give a fuck what they making an all white town. We don't give a fuck. Like niggas don't care. Like, all right, stay over there. That's it. Don't try to switch sides. Get your new friends wanted you dead. That's it. That's all niggas is saying. It's like, all right, cool. Y'all niggas is over there chilling over there. That's what y'all like. All right, good. Y'all got it. Yo, they got sundown towns. Just like, yo, niggas ain't know that those was a thing. Let us know where they at so we can tell all other niggas, and you never got to worry about niggas going there. I'm saying niggas ain't bringing your Amazon packages. Niggas ain't, I'm not bringing nothing over there. You got me fucked up. Word. But y'all know me, I get the rambling and I go off topic, right? The second thing, right, is the James Baldwin quote where he says, well, if I'm a nigga, well then you invented me. Yo, I'm not gonna stray from this point to understand that the nigger that he's talking about, the nigga that he's talking about, not the niggas of today, not the chicks thotty twerking in their story, not the young niggas with the pool shiesties on, waving pistols at the camera. He's talking about the church going. Yo, listen, we just want to go to regular colleges, like we want to go to regular schools. We don't want to be segregated, like we fighting for equality. Like that is the nigga he talking about. So now we're gonna sum this up real fucking fast, right? The Negro that James Baldwin, the cracker, was talking about is the same as the nigga, excuse me, that Earl Conrad was talking about, excuse me, I'm sorry. The Negro that Earl Conrad was talking about is the same as the nigga that James Baldwin was talking about. There was no distinction. There was no difference. Like when people like try to draw this line over like false beliefs, like, yo, so you're not black and you're not this. It's like, yo, listen, like a nigga was a nigga and that was it. They was gonna lynch you. Like they didn't give a fuck if you spoke slang or not. They didn't care if you wore a poo shiesty or not. They didn't care if you twerked or not. The only prerequisite is you black. Yeah, oh, all right, then that's cool. Then you got to go. So I'm confused at why black people are drawing lines and stepping on them like as if they think they're different than who. You different from who? Like, what are you out to who? Who are you different to outside of yourself? When you like you're distinguishing yourself like to be distinguished only for yourself. Like nobody sees you as different as nothing. Niggas see you as niggas and then you just a lame. Like, oh shit, yeah, nigga, but he a lame. Look. White people see you as a nigga and they like, oh, he by himself. Let's fucking get him. You become prey. You the zebra with the red stripe on you. You the zebra. You don't get that? I know. Don't worry about it, right? So boom, he go on and explain about slavery and how it came about, right? Now, what is understand? What's important to understand, right? And I'm gonna insert the Grammy notes. Insert the Grammy notes is that the Dark Ages had happened. So, like, you gotta understand what the Dark Ages is, and then you gotta understand that after this, what he's about to explain, the Westphalian Peace Conference happened. But the Dark Ages is like the prerequisite for the Westphalian Peace Conference. Don't ever fucking forget that. So now you need to understand that, right? So then Conrad goes on to explain that Spain and Portugal, right, had a rivalry about who wants to fucking ransack Africa because they're pagans and they don't know Christ. Stop the fucking tape right there. Insert Grammy notes, like fast. Like, what do you fucking mean? Yo, listen, let's not listen at the time, like, right? So you gotta you gotta look at how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. So let me get this right. The Moors civilized the Spaniards. They conquered them also and had them fucking under rule. So you gotta understand that. So they mad. They mad at that. We know why they mad. Portugal, Prince Henry was just a fucking lame. You gotta understand that Prince Henry was just a lame, and then that was it. If you don't understand that, then you'll be fucking lost. Like, yo, listen, he just wanted to be like the nigga fucking Alfonso. So he like, yo, listen, they competing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It was like, oh, the niggas. And it was like, I was always confused at this point because, like, oh, what is this? All right, before we get to that, listen, right? So when they go on to say that the Africans are pagans and don't know Christ, let's stop the fucking tape right now. Yo, listen, Mary, yeah, Jesus's mother, right? Yeah, you know her. You know her, the Mary Immaculate. Yeah, the one who had him. Like, yeah, the one who had Jesus. You know him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, she educated Emmanuel. Well, we know who Emmanuel. You know who Emmanuel is, right? Jesus. Jesus. It's one of his many names, Joshua. Yeah, him. He was educated in Zone, Egypt. That fucking irony, Americans would get together and they would get together in their fucking brain and say, yo, yeah, we gonna go and say they don't know Jesus. That's it. Yo, that's it. Yo, it would be even funnier if I was making this up. It would be better. Like, yo, if I was making this up, like it would be fucking better. The problem is I'm not. Yo, listen though, listen, the story gets fucking worse. So King and the fucking prince are beefing, and then they go to the Pope. They went to the Pope, like, yo, yeah, we trying to turn them into Christians. Who? The Africans. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. So like if you don't know nothing, I have to explain this to you. So, right, Jewish people, right, are from the Levant, right? If you don't understand, that is what is modern day Israel, right? The Romans, the Pope, the Roman Catholic Pope, the Romans ran them out of their fucking home. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. You listen, I'm not making this fucking up all right. The Romans ran them out of their home. Hence Jesus, Mary, and them in Zone fucking, they end up in Zone Egypt, right? You gotta understand. Remember in the Bible when Jesus just disappears for about like 13 years? You remember that part? Yeah. They conveniently leave that part out. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. They was in fucking Egypt, right? I gotta tell you this. This is mad important to say, like, right? So you gotta understand this, right? So what the Jewish people did, they was in fucking Egypt, right? The Egyptians did some bullshit. You gotta understand. Egyptians say, "Nah, what y'all doing over here? No, 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 no." And then it was lit, and then boom, they did some bullshit. And come the big homie Moses. Yo, what y'all niggas is bugging? Moses pulled his people up out of there. Like, y'all wilding, y'all bugging. They made their own covenant and pacts, and you can't get into their shit. And that's why they not letting you in. And I respect that shit. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Oh, that's not happening to us again. Yo, and we ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm gonna get back to this part in a second. This what I just told you is mad important. So listen, what I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna get back to that part in a second. I don't want to stray away from fucking that the dark ages, right? I gotta go to this part before I can go back to that part, right? Listen, right? So you gotta understand Constantine, the fucking head lame. Yo, listen to what is in modern day Istanbul right now, right? Constantine had Constantinople. He was a fucking lame. Listen, he was a tyrant. He wasn't nothing nice about it, right? So you gotta understand at the time, right? In the dark ages, the Roman Empire fell. They crumbled. Like nobody respecting the Roman Catholic Church. They didn't have any power, right? In order for them to come, so now Constantine needs some type of validation to have power. Yo, he corners 33 rabbis on some bullshit. Like, yo, listen, tell me about Jesus. They was like, Jesus? Oh, all right, cool. We're gonna tell you the whole fucking story about him. Like, what you mean? Yo, they probably was speaking in Yiddish, like, yo, this idiot asked us about fucking Jesus, not Moses. Yo, they gave him the whole fucking book. Yeah, go ahead. And fucking that's how he kept his power through Christianity. So now you need to fucking understand this now. The fucking question that I ask you is why are black people praising a white Jesus? Yo, listen, yo, that is the biggest question that I gotta ask. It's like, yo, listen, yo, you think I made that up? Yo, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. The part about how they handled him, the scribes, the rabbi scribes, how they handled him, I made that up off the top of my head. Like, right, it was funny to tell it that way. But you gotta understand that they made a pact. They not going back into bondage, right? You gotta understand the Jews is not going back into bondage. Like they need to understand that it's not happening. They fucking got this shit. They came around with boy and they got up out of that. And you need to understand. And they not even going. Listen. You could think I'm making this up. Matter of fact, hey, you know what? I spent 20 minutes out of my day trying to educate you, right? On the grounds that, like, yo, listen, you are praying to Horus. Do the research.